Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me. I am still Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com. It is still in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to me directly. I am Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today we discuss a model that was originally launched as a 500-piece limited edition for East Asia and was so widely admired that it became a limited production model cataloged for global sale. This is the Patek Philippe Nautilus Moonphase, the 5712GR, G for white gold, R for rose gold. So while most industry two-tone is steel with yellow gold, here we have a warmer, more mature and sophisticated rose white gold combo, so it's all precious metal. The watch wears easily, being 40 millimeters in diameter, 8.8 millimeters thick, and if we measure from end link to end link, the total distance across the wrist is 50.5 millimeters. Now this one's on an alligator leather strap, but an almost identical looking rubber strap is available from Patek if you want to skew this watch more towards a sporty aesthetic. Now on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, you can see the lugs are nowhere near projecting beyond the edges of my wrist. You can see that well down the barrel too. And then you can see that with a sloped case flank and a low profile, this watch will easily fit underneath the cuff. So if your wrist is 15 centimeters circumference or larger, you're going to find this wears well. Now the strap here is integrated in the sense that it matches the swell of the lugs and even the thickness of the lugs. It's as integrated as if it were the bracelet for which the Nautilus was originally designed by Gerald Genta in 1976. As you can see, dark brown, contrasting light brown stitch, the large rectangular scale alligator leather with a matte finish. There is a broad folded edge. We have on the bottom calfskin, a brand new Patek Philippe strap, no crimping, no gouging. The rubber strap looks just like this, and with a screw-down crown and a 60-meter water resistance, put this on the rubber strap, and it is suitable for surface swimming. We have a double-fold clasp, which, like the watch itself, is a combination of white gold and rose gold. So the inner clasp is white gold, and that is mechanically the hardest gold, so it makes sense to use it for these small folding components. And then externally, we have the model line specific buckle, which says Nautilus. This is made of rose gold, and you can see we have a trigger release system, so it's not friction fit or snap shut. It can't pop open inadvertently. The case features a case back in rose, a bezel and wing profile in rose, and then a mid case in white with white crown surrounds, and end links in rose. Now you can see the small bevels and the tiny faceted nuances of this case. They are everywhere. Differential finish, multi-part construction, narrow facets, sharp break between satin and polish. This is one of the reasons that the Nautilus always costs more than the Aquanaut. It's not just that it's the senior collection, it is much more sophisticated in its finish and its construction. All of this takes time, and time is money. We do have a screw-down crown here. We have a pusher for making adjustments to the calendar indications, one on each side. And then we have a dial surrounded by a rounded polygonal bezel. And if you look, it's really quite consistent in a way the Royal Oak isn't. Gerald Genta designed both the Nautilus and the Royal Oak. The Royal Oak first in 1972, 4 years later, the Nautilus. The Nautilus has always been, in my opinion, a more fully realized design because there's a thematic consistency here where the outer bezel, the inner bezel, the crystal, and the dial are all the same shape, whereas on the Royal Oak, everything inboard of the outer bezel is round. Now we've got the lateral striations that have been a part of the Nautilus since the beginning, rose gold hands and indices so they won't tarnish or oxidize over time. We have a little bit of a metallic sunburst that runs out over the striations, then a gradient fade, so we're darker at the edge than at the center. We've got a little crescent style moon phase coaxial with a pointer style date, power reserve indicator for 48 hours of power reserve, small seconds. There's a little concentric pattern in each of these sub-registers. We'll do a lume shot so you can get a good sense of the watch in the dark. It's fairly easy to read even in the dark. The watch is a multi-complication, and it is driven by a prestige movement. In general, Patek complications and senior models are driven by micro-rotor automatics, and that is the case here. The 240 first entered the catalog in 1977, and in general, you've seen it on the most premium Patek automatic watches in one form or another since then. So automatic winding, we've got a 22-karat gold mass on high-efficiency ceramic bearings, a 48-hour power reserve, 3 Hz beat rate, all this pivoting on 29 jewels, adjusted in a chronometer and high horology standard 5 positions. We have a free-sprung Gyromax style balance for stability against shock and precision of adjustment, and a Spiromax anti-magnetic silicone hairspring. You can see rich engine-turned perlage in several sizes on the base plate. Take a look at the beveling under my finger. You can see that the ungulage is quite attractive and mirrored. We have the same treatment in the jewel sinks. As you can see, they are internally beveled, that rounded bevel quite apparent. Nice straight stripes laid down by abrasive wheel, perfectly aligned across bridges. Satination on all of the wheels, and then we've got polished locating pegs, which you can see here, here, and here. Those are used to locate the bridge on the base plate beneath, and so they've been mirror polished on their tops. Again, all this 48 hours of power reserve. If you love this watch, email me. I am tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. Again, for this discontinued model, I am tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.